Here is what nobody told you when you planted those flowers. You planted the wrong ones. Not wrong forever, just wrong for July, wrong for heat, wrong for the specific brutal reality of an American summer in full force. There are 20 flowering plants that do not just survive this heat. Several of them actually look better in July than they did in June. They need no daily watering, no misting, no shade cloth, nothing but the sun that is currently destroying everything else in your garden. And every single one of them is available right now at your local garden center or online. Stay to the end because plant number 18 is the one that genuinely looks more vibrant the hotter it gets. Plants for your beds and borders. Lantana is the plant that looks most spectacular at exactly the temperatures that kill everything else. At 90 degrees, lantana produces more flowers. At 95 degrees, it produces even more. It is the only commonly grown flowering annual that genuinely, measurably increases its bloom count as temperature rises. It needs watering once a week when established, sometimes once every 10 days in average garden soil. Available in single and multicolor varieties covering orange, yellow, pink, red, white, and lavender. Rudbeckia is a native North American wildflower, which tells you everything about its heat and drought tolerance. Large golden yellow flowers with dark chocolate centers, blooming from July through October without interruption. Coneflower. Echinacea is one of the 5 plants on this list that actually looks better in July heat than it did in June. The strong architectural stems hold perfectly upright in high temperatures. No flopping, no wilting, and the color saturates rather than bleaches in direct sun. And one of the top 3 butterfly-attracting plants in any summer garden. The Magnus variety produces the largest, most impactful flowers. The White Swan variety gives you the same performance in pure white. Salvia. Salvia is genuinely designed for American summer heat. The gray-green foliage reflects rather than absorbs heat. The aromatic oils in the leaves reduce water loss through transpiration. And the plant redirects energy to flowers rather than foliage when water is limited, which means drought stress actually pushes more blooms. The Texas sage is the heat champion of the group. Yarrow is one of the most genuinely drought-proof flowering plants available to U.S. gardeners. The finely divided, almost ferny foliage reduces surface area exposed to sun. It blooms from June through August, tolerates poor soil, spreads slowly to fill gaps in a border, and needs water only in genuine droughts once every 2 weeks in average July conditions. Available in yellow, white, pink, red, and apricot. One of the most underused plants in the American summer garden. Gaillardia blanket flower earns its place on this list by being the second plant that genuinely increases its bloom count in extreme heat. The vivid red and orange flower heads are essentially optimized for the light conditions of a blazing American summer. The colors appear most saturated and most vivid at peak heat when other flowers look washed out and bleached. Water once a week when first establishing, then once every 10 days once roots are established. Container and pot flowers. Portulaca is the container plant that laughs at your patio heat. It evolved in hot, dry, nutrient-poor conditions, and its thick, succulent stems store water between waterings. In a container with good drainage, Portulaca needs watering every 3 to 4 days, even on the hottest days, half the frequency of most annual flowers. Completely covers a container by midsummer. One of the best value summer container plants for hot, sunny patios in the entire plant world. Osteospermum African daisy is one of the most drought-tolerant container annuals available in the US. Originating in South Africa where dry conditions are the norm, it has evolved specifically to produce flowers through drought stress rather than shutting down. Large daisy flowers in white, yellow, pink, orange, and purple on compact bushy plants. Water containers every 3 to 4 days in extreme heat. Grow it in a very well-drained mix with added grit. Annual Vinca Catharanthus roseus is the plant that professional landscapers in the American South use for container plantings because it is virtually indestructible in heat and humidity. The glossy dark green foliage reflects heat rather than absorbing it. The plant self-cleans, and it maintains its vibrant color in direct sun without bleaching or fading. Available in pink, red, white, coral, and bicolor varieties. One of the most reliable, flowering, hanging baskets, flowers, Calibrachoa million bells is the most heat-tolerant cascading basket plant available as a summer annual. It produces hundreds of flowers simultaneously and continues producing them through July and August with better performance. Water every 2 days in extreme heat rather than daily. Calibrachoa prefers to dry slightly between waterings, which actually reduces disease and produces better flowering. Bacopa looks like the most delicate thing you could possibly grow. Tiny flowers, fine stems, almost lace-like growth habit cascading from baskets. Water every 2 to 3 days in July. It will bloom continuously with no deadheading required. Scaevola fanflower is the hanging basket plant that professional garden centers use when they want baskets that survive through July without daily watering. Blue and purple are the most commonly available colors. White and pink varieties also exist. One of the most underused hanging basket plants in American gardening, ground cover flowers. Creeping phlox blooms most spectacularly in spring rather than midsummer, but it earns its place on this list for what it does in July. Its dense, low mat of evergreen foliage covers the soil completely, preventing evaporation and outcompeting weeds through the entire summer. Planted at the front of borders, along paths, on gentle slopes, and under taller plants where bare soil would bake dry in July. Ice plant is the third plant on this list that genuinely looks better the hotter it gets. The succulent leaves store water, the flowers in vivid magenta, orange, pink, and yellow. The Cooper's ice plant variety is the most widely available. Moss verbena is the heat-tolerant ground cover that most U.S. gardeners have never heard of, and that professional landscapers in the Deep South use for exactly the condition you are dealing with right now. It spreads low and fast. Water once a week when establishing, then every 10 days once spreading. The 5 that get better in heat. Portulaca gets better above 85 Fahrenheit. Portulaca deserves a second mention here because the heat-triggered bloom increase is so dramatic it is worth highlighting specifically. Zinnias are on this list that gets better in July heat. They evolved in the hot, dry conditions of Mexico and Central. At temperatures above 85 Fahrenheit, zinnias push out more new flower buds. The colors orange, red, pink, yellow, white appear most saturated in direct, intense sun. And they need watering only every 3 to 4 days in containers, once a week in the ground. Celosia. This is the plant I promised at the beginning. The one that looks more vibrant the hotter it gets. Celosia, in its plume form, produces its most extraordinary color in July temperatures above 90 Fahrenheit. The vivid red, orange, magenta, and gold plumes develop their deepest color in full blazing sun. Gazania flowers only fully open in direct, intense sunlight. In partial shade or cloud cover, the petals close. In full July sun, they open to their maximum diameter and reveal the extraordinary contrasting centers and bold color combinations that make them one of the most photographed summer annuals in U.S. gardening. Moss rose confirmed summer queen. Portulaca grandiflora in July is the proof that the right plant in the right conditions needs nothing from you except to be planted. It does not need daily watering. It does not need fertilizing, misting, shading. It needs sun, as much as you can give it. And in return, it covers itself in flowers from July through October. Plant it this weekend. Give it full sun. Water it once when you plant it, then once every 4 to 5 days until it establishes. A quick reminder. Mulch cuts soil temperature by up to 15 degrees in the top 2 inches. It halves the evaporation rate. 20 flowers, 1 brutal July. 0 daily watering required. Lantana, that makes more flowers at 95 degrees than at 75. Echinacea, standing perfectly upright while everything around it droops. Portulaca, that literally only needs full sun and a few days between waterings. Celosia becoming its most vivid and most dramatic in the exact conditions. Now tell me in the comments, what is the temperature where you are today? And which of these 20 are you planting this weekend? And if you want to go deeper on heat-resilient flowering plants, our guide to 17 resilient plants that survive summer's heat is already on the channel, and it is right here.